My pleasure.
I am very curious to know, as I was introducing you, I saw the word quantum in how you refer to yourself. Now, for those of us listeners or viewers that are into science and physics, immediately what comes to mind when you hear the word quantum is quantum physics, right?
Sure.
But I know that that's not fully, has probably nothing to do with what you're about. Could you explain why you have the name quantum with what
Well,
you do?
sure. And actually, in a way, it has everything to do with it.
Oh,
And what I
okay.
mean by that is quantum physics actually, um, my sessions are, what I do is I'm a mystic, and I have been my entire life, and I've known it since I was 5 years old. And everything is what a lot of people would call psychic and clairvoyant. We're working with consciousness. We're working with the beliefs and the ideas, the feeling beliefs, which are often different than what we think can be different than what we think we believe, what we'd like to think we believe. So
Right.
everything is, as you and your listeners have always heard, everything is energy. Every idea, every belief, every emotion you have has a vibration. So the thing is that quantum physics actually describes the nature of our reality, the nature of how we create our own reality individually and as a collective. Um, what quantum means, really, when you distill it down, is all of your possibilities, past, present, and future, exist simultaneously in an infinite now, the infinite present moment. And that is quantum. And guess what does quantum physics say? The electron exists around its nucleus in all its positions at once until it's observed to be in one position. So the physicist can say, well, where are you now, electron? He says, well, I'm here. Well, where are you now? Well, I'm here, but it's because it's in all of its positions at once. The way that for years scientists tried to say that, well, yeah, but that's just true at the quantum, hyper micro level, but it's not true for us out here. Oh yeah, it is. If you observed yourself yesterday to have trouble with finances, and maybe you don't really, you haven't worked hard enough to have enough abundance in your life, or maybe you're not skinny enough, or your house isn't beautiful enough to be lovable, whatever it is, that's you, me, choosing what our experience is going to be with those ideas. We're observing ourselves in one of many states. Now, if you have a sore knee, there's a version of you that exists with no sore knee, where it's already healed, or it was never sore. Um, no matter no matter what you look at in your personal life, or even the life of the country or the world, whatever we've chosen, all of the other options are still there. We just aren't vibrating in them. And that's where that energy frequency thing comes back. It's like, okay, I'm vibrating where I have a sore knee and my abundance isn't what I'd like it to be. Okay, we can work with that, right? We can change what the ideas and the beliefs, emotional beliefs, that we're holding, that's generating what we experience. We can't experience anything that's not a vibrational match to us. We can't experience it if we're not vibrating with it. So it's very quantum, but it's not. I just think quantum physics beautifully describes how we create our universe and our individual lives. And so I read, as I'm older than you are, and I've been reading not only the mystical stuff for years, but for many years I was getting the science magazines and reading all about quantum physics, and I kept saying, do these people not get that's how we're that's true for us too? That, I mean, this is exactly describing how we're creating our reality. So quantum is a very spiritual thing, and many more scientists now know that. And
Yes.
I mean, the cat's out of the bag.
Yes.
It's out of the bag.
Well, this is all very fascinating because I realized as you were speaking that there are a lot of parallels and similarities between the science version of quantum physics and then actually what you do, bringing in the spirituality aspect of the quantum.
Right.
So I love how you were able to go into depth of what quantum actually really means. Now, I have another question to ask, Kathy.
So yeah, absolutely. If there's a version of you that has contracted some disease or the answer is yes. There's a version of you that never had it. There's a version of you that has already cured it. There's a version of you where it's way better. We have to access the highest you're willing to go to. There's a matter of a permission. Modalities give us a way. So we know there's a version of us where we don't have this physical problem. We know that. How do we get there? Well, we have quite the consensus reality that we've all been steeped in like tea bags. So to some degree or another, it's very helpful. For some people, it's going to be, I have to go and have an operation and have, things removed from my body. For some people, it's going to be that they're able to let someone like me or some other type of practitioner, acupuncturist, whatever, help them shift. But it's something that gives them, I call it the yellow brick road. It gives you the pathway to get from here to here. Because back to that quantum thing we talked about, the whole thing about quantum is whether it's me or you or an electron, if you're here, you don't have to, and you want to be here, you don't have to get there. You're here and then you're here. That is quantum, which means we're able, like that, if we were able to let ourselves be in the healed absence of illness state, just like that. And that is how miraculous healings happen. That's how Jesus did it. That's exactly how.